Hello students, today I am going to take a topic in chemistry, that is atomic structure. In previous class already we studied basic information, what is matter and what is elementary form, what is compound form, what is atom, what is the definition of atom. An atom is the smallest particle of an element which takes part in a chemical reaction. Further, the atom is made up of with the three subatomic particles. They are proton, electron, neutron, or electron, proton, neutron, and these three particles are called as fundamental particles of an atom. In order to explain the arrangement of these three fundamental particles, various models have been discovered. The first model is Thomson atomic model, and the second model is Rutherford atomic model, and the third model is Bohr's atomic model of an atom. The Bohr's atomic model of an atom is an improvement of Rutherford atomic model, and the fourth atomic model is nothing but Sommerfeld atomic model, and the last atomic model, the fifth atomic model is wave mechanical model of an atom or quantum mechanics. Before going to study these five atomic models, we need to know the what is mean by electromagnetic wave. What is mean by electromagnetic wave? So we are going to study here electromagnetic waves. So the name indicates electromagnetic wave, and it is represents the two components. One is electric component and another one is magnetic component. Nothing but one is represent oscillating electric field and another one is called oscillating magnetic field. And both these are perpendicular to one another, and they are perpendicular to the direction of momentum of wave. Both these are perpendicular to the direction of momentum of wave. To understand the electromagnetic waves, we can make use of Fleming's left hand rule. Fleming's left hand rule. If I take these three fingers, the forefinger it represents oscillating electric component, and the middle finger it represents oscillating magnetic component, and thumb represents the direction in which the wave is moving. Here the electric field and the magnetic field means electric component and magnetic component perpendicular to one another, and these two are perpendicular to the direction of the wave. Means all these three are perpendicular to each other. Okay, as the wave is moving in this direction, into its perpendicular electric field will be present, and into its perpendicular magnetic field will be present. The combination of the electric component and magnetic component perpendicular to one another and perpendicular to the direction of wave is known as electromagnetic wave. Generally, the electromagnetic wave present in between two parts. First part is taking as origin, and the another part is known as terminating point. The first point is origin, and the second point it represents the terminating point, and these represent the mean direction from which the wave is moving. Means the wave is moving both this positive direction and the negative direction. The wave is moving both positive direction and negative direction. Here in the positive direction, the height of the positive direction it is called crest, and the negative direction it is called trough. And the primary property, the first property, it is known as amplitude. First property is amplitude, which is represented by A. What is amplitude here? From the mean position to the height of the crest, from mean position to the depth of the trough, it is known as amplitude. From the mean position to the height of the crest in the positive direction, and from the mean position to the depth of the trough in the negative direction, it is known as amplitude. Amplitude can be measured in the units centimeters or meters. If we measure the distance in between both successive crest and both successive trough, it is known as lambda, nothing but wavelength. Wavelength is represented by lambda. So lambda is equal to c by nu, where c stands velocity of light, nu stands for frequency. C stands for velocity of light, nu stands for frequency. Velocity of light c is equal to 3 into 10 to the power of 10, 3 into 10 to the power of 10 centimeter per second in CGS system, 3 into 10 to the power of 10 to the power of 8 meter per second in MKS system. In CGS system, velocity is equal to 3 into 10 to the power of 10 centimeter per second. In MKS system, velocity is equal to 3 into 10 to the power of 8 meter per second. Now, what is a wavelength? What is amplitude? We discussed. And the next property, the last primary property, it is nothing but frequency. Frequency. Frequency is denoted by nu. If we take any point in the mean direction, from this direction, the number of waves passed per unit time or per second. The number of waves passed at a particular point per second, it is known as frequency. So frequency nu is equal to c by lambda. Frequency nu is equal to c by lambda. The nu is measured in units hertz or cycle per second. Cycle per second. Hertz or cycle per second. Frequency is measured in the units hertz or cycle per second. What is amplitude? What is wavelength? What is frequency? Amplitude is nothing but from the mean position to the height of the crest, or from the mean position to the depth of the trough, it is known as amplitude. And what is the wavelength? The distance between the two successive crests or two successive troughs, it is known as wavelength. Lambda is equal to c by nu. And if we take any point in the mean direction, from this direction the number of waves passed per unit time, it is known as frequency. These three are primary components of electromagnetic wave. These three do not depend on any other components. Okay na? And the next property is wave number. Next property is wave number. Wave number. Wave number is depends on wavelength. Nothing but wave number is reciprocal of the wavelength. Nu bar is equal to 1 by lambda. Wave number is represented by nu bar. Nu bar is equal to 1 by lambda. It is reciprocal of wavelength. Next one, energy. Energy depends upon wavelength and also frequency. E is equal to h nu. E is equal to h nu. Here h represents the Planck's constant. Planck's constant. H represents Planck constant. Where in CGS system, Planck constant h is equal to 6.626 into 10 to the power of minus 27 erg per second, erg per second. And in MKS system, Planck's constant h is equal to 6.626 into 10 to the power of minus 34 joule per second. So Planck constant in CGS system, h is equal to 6.626 into 10 to the power of minus 27 erg per second. H is equal to in MKS system, Planck constant h is equal to 6.626 into 10 to the power of minus 34 joule per second. Okay, wave number is a reciprocal of the wavelength and energy E is equal to h nu. Okay, na? These are the secondary properties of the wave. And the last second property is velocity. Last secondary property is velocity. Velocity is represented by c. C is equal to means the velocity it depends upon the nu and lambda. The product of the frequency and wavelength, it is known as velocity. The product of the frequency and wavelength, it is known as velocity. Already we discussed here the value. The velocity c is equal to 3 into 10 to the power of 10 centimeters per second and 3 into 10 to the power of 10 meter per second. Okay, na? And the before 3 what we discussed, they do not depend on any component, means they are the primary properties of electromagnetic wave. What are they? Amplitude, wavelength and frequency. Amplitude, wavelength and frequency. And the secondary properties which depends on the primary properties, they are wave number nu bar is equal to 1 by lambda and energy E is equal to h nu and velocity c is equal to nu by lambda. Okay beta, we will continue the next topic in the next class.